Eagles Nation, stand with me. Stand with me as I go on and talk to you and the New Orleans Saints fans, because there's a lot of things that I gotta say. And I'm sorry if you can hear airplanes or construction happening outside. There's a lot of stuff happening outside my house right now. But regardless, guys, I need to talk to you about this, because yesterday I made a video entitled Dear New Orleans Saints, and I'm speaking directly to the Saints and their fans and telling them that this ain't the same team that you played in Week 11. This is not the same team that you blew out 48-7. This is a completely different team. And I got a lot of comments that were laughing at me. It's the like to dislike ratio isn't even that great, because I know for a fact that I got a bunch of Saints fans, maybe some Bears fans in there, maybe some Vikings fans in there that were like, this guy's an idiot, dislike. Listen. There's so much more to the story when it comes down to playing in the playoffs than it is just, number one seed, home field advantage, 2+ weeks of rest, because they rested their starters because they're smart. Listen, if Dak Prescott hadn't have played against the Giants and won that game, they probably wouldn't have played as well as they did against the Seahawks. That's a fact. And now, listen when I tell you that for everything that was said yesterday in the comment section of that video, with everything that happened with the Bears game as well, there was so many people that were saying that the game that we had, the win that we had, 1-point win, such a fluke, got lucky, your offense sucks, Nick Foles is trash, he ain't no GOAT, he's bad. Listen, guys, there's so much more to the story than just the Eagles got lucky, or that the Eagles offense scored 16 points. No one's going to give the Eagles defense credit for stopping every chance the Bears had at scoring a touchdown within the first 2.5 quarters, okay? That's number one. And number two, with 2 turnovers, with all that adversity, being down, up and down in that game, and being down with a minute left in that fourth quarter, your boy Nick Foles made the game-winning drive, 4th down and goal, sidearming it past one of the biggest defenders you could see in front of your friggin' face when you're trying to throw in front of you. And Golden Tate makes the catch. We win the game. Cody Parkey as well. Don't blame him too much when he scored 9 of your 15 points. Not his fault that the defense of the Eagles could do so much, and that his ball got tipped. And I'm sorry if it's still loud. I apologize. And his ball got tipped when he kicked the attempt at the game-winning field goal. No one's going to talk about this because it's the Philadelphia Eagles, They've struggled so much. They've been so inconsistent. They're so bad. They're trash, right? No. It's not at all that, okay? This team right now, we've said it before, and in the hype videos, they'll say it's a freaking brotherhood. Doesn't matter who's at quarterback. Doesn't matter who is playing right now. If it weren't for Carson Wentz, we wouldn't have won those 2 divisional games, especially when we were down 19 against the Giants. We wouldn't be in this position right now. If it wasn't for Nick Foles taking over, we definitely wouldn't be 3-0 at the end of the year, beating the Bears with that game-winning drive. Now listen to me when I tell you this. This team is not the same team that played against the New Orleans Saints back in Week 11. Everybody in the comments was like, it doesn't matter. Your corners can't block and they can't protect the big play. They protected the big play until the Bears got desperate last night in the 3rd, 4th quarter. That's the fact of the matter. And at the end of the day, the offense responded and made the big-time play to win the game. And then the special team stepped up and helped assist in a bigger play that ended up completely solidifying that we're moving on in the playoffs. Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what team you are. It doesn't matter what your record is. It doesn't matter the stats. It doesn't matter what happens. The playoffs are a different element. We all know the Saints have barely what? I don't even know if they've lost at the Superdome this year. And if they have, whoop-de-doo. Because guess what? Drew Brees has never lost a playoff game at the Superdome. And he's facing a guy that in high school, went to the same exact high school as him, broke all his records, and Nick Foles. And you're trying to tell me with Nick Foles and the way the defense is playing, the way the offense continues to step up, the offensive line against Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks, or whatever the heck his name is, the freaking front 4 of the Bears yesterday, especially Khalil Mack. And not to mention Aaron Donald, freaking Clowney. Clowney didn't get a sack on Nick Foles. J.J. Watt didn't get a sack on Nick Foles. Aaron Donald didn't get one. Khalil Mack didn't get one. That's the real story, is that this team, throughout everything, believes in itself. It believes that they are good enough no matter what happens. And that's what's carried us through this entire last month and a half of football. And that's what's going to carry us through into New Orleans. That's the fact of the matter. Don't care what you bring up. All the Saints fans, all the haters, give me the hate. Tell me all the stats about Drew Brees and how he's MVP caliber. And tell me about that defense. 3rd and takeaways. Tell me about all that, everything. Tell me. Give it to me. I want to hear it. I want to just embrace myself in all the hate and all the doubt, because that's what we've been feeding on for the last year and a half now. And y'all don't even stop to wonder, they've been underdogs every single postseason game. They've had Nick Foles playing. Their defense is stepping up. Offensive line is blocking Khalil Mack like he's nothing. Oh no. Like, nobody thinks with their brains about how much momentum and a drive like this can take into effect with everything that can happen in the postseason. And hey, at the end of the day, you guys cannot deny the Eagles are still reigning Super Bowl champions. And we're still alive, we're still kicking it, and we're not going anywhere. Tell me whatever you want to tell me, because I don't care. I'm going to keep making these kind of videos because I know that I'm going to get so much hate, and it's going to be so wonderful. Eagle Nation, rise up and stand with me. We're going to New Orleans this Sunday, and we're going to win, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly.